Hello and welcome to the full Notion tour. My friend Jen, who I made the last video for, made the most beautiful dissertation spread on her Notion. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she does with this. Also, I just need you guys to see it because when I first found Notion, I know this is bad. I spent probably about a week and a half doing nothing but just watching videos of people's notions and writing their links and looking at their little templates. So I have quite the variety of stuff on mine, and I will link all of it. I saved all the templates for this video because I knew I was going to make it. So if you want to find any of these templates, I will link them all in my description for you to find. Also, YouTube is a haven of Notion tours. So if this interests you at all, I promise you there's 1,000 more things out there for you to look at. All right, let's get started. So this is I'm going to reveal how much of a nerd I am. This is mission headquarters because I'm a little astronaut, I guess. I made this when I was in my hardcore community phase. So sometimes the hardest prisons to break out of are the ones without locks. Abed really spoke to me on a level I didn't expect him to. So shout out to my man. Here's where I store pretty much all of the vital stuff. This is all of my general materials. So life stuff, we'll start here. This is a template. He made a really lovely algorithm, so it calculates how many episodes you have left of stuff. So I've got all the TV shows that I'm watching, all the movies I want to watch, all the podcasts I want to watch, listen to, I guess. And then animes. Is this my anime era? I'll get back to you. Not sure yet. Next, I have the library section. This is also a template. I think a booktuber actually made this, and you can tell because of the intricacies involved. I've not actually done loads with this yet because it's so intricate and impressive, and I just don't want to fuss around with it. I did make this section, which is I've mentioned this before. I only buy books after I've read them from the library, and I make sure that I want copies of them. So this is a list of all the books that I've been waiting to purchase and their real selves. I also have wow, there's so much on here that I've not used, but about to expose my friends. Hey. So these are all the books that I have lent to friends of mine. So shout out to Max and Effie. Got my eye on you. This section in the middle I made myself. As you guys know, studying to be a librarian. So I have got a whole section of middle grade recommendations. I did a placement at a secondary school where there was I was learning a lot about the new stuff that's out there for kids to read. Middle grade has upped its game since our day, but as you'll see, a lot of the books on this list are back in the 2000s, so I do stick to my roots. I also have a list of books with bisexuality rep, and of course, this is just a general list of stuff that I want to, if I run my own school library, things that I would want to have to help with the kids. This, I can't remember if this quote came inputted onto it, but this quote I added myself, and I think it's so important. So many of the writers of color that I know have had white people treat their work as though it was a kind of medicine, something they have to swallow in order to improve their condition, but they don't really want it. They don't really enjoy it. They don't even take the medicine half the time. They just buy it and leave it on the shelf. What pleasure, what deepening could there be in reading like that? To enter the world of fiction with such a tainted mission is to doom the novel or short story to fail you on its most essential levels. And that quote is by Yag Yassi. And I think that is so true, especially I think in 2020, that was a moment we had where we were like, oh, if I read a book by a Black author, then I'm not racist, right? No, that's not how that works. But I think that's an important message to keep around. This is a template of recipes that I have never made. In fact, I have a little checklist for if I tried it. Not a single one, sis. Not a single one. But the thing that's keeping me somewhat hopeful is that I really don't have a kitchen that works too well right now. I don't have like an oven. I have like a it's like a convection oven microwave. Everyone I talk to is like, oh, you can use that as an oven. I cannot figure it out. I can't. I'm not doing well with it. So I think once I move out of this flat into somewhere that's got a proper kitchen, I'll be able to have my moment. Um, Next, this is a template, and this is beautiful. I cannot imagine how much time it took to make this, but it's exceptional. So if you're into tarot at all, which I definitely am, this is super cool. Next, I've got this is a little section I made with like lists of stuff that I want to do just as I grow and change as a person. But they're kind of private, so we'll keep it to ourselves, little secret, little something from the crowd. I'm being ridiculous right now. I don't know what I'm going through. This is the archive. I've not actually used it. I'm planning on putting any of these, like for instance, the 2022, like when I finish with a page and I don't need it anymore, I'm physically incapable of deleting things. I'm very much an info hoarder. So she's going to go live over there once 2023 hits. I've got my big girl shit. So like stuff about money, stuff about self-care. I've got my goals section, which these are all private. So I'm not going to show the world, but basically I've got a plan for this year, a checklist for this year, a checklist for the summer specifically. And then a 5-year plan, and that is like ever expanding, but it's stuff I want to do per year, every year for the next 5 years. And then this is a template, does not belong to me, but this is my section. I've been meaning to go to Ireland because I've been living in Scotland for actually we're coming up on a year pretty soon, which is crazy. And I really haven't gotten out of Glasgow too much. So I'd like to go to Ireland, but I haven't had time yet. So this is a little planning space for that. Actually, bop on over. This is not my template. It's Anna Linkskova, I think is her last name, and that's how it's pronounced. It's spectacular. It's beautiful. So this is all from her. I put in my own, these are all the languages that I'm learning, have been learning, what to learn. And then I coded them in. She has a section for daily log, journal entries, and goals, which I have not done much in. All I've done with this template is add the languages that I'm working on. And then I added these. And these are just the basic words that I like, vocabulary I like to start with when I'm learning a new language. So if you feel so pressed, you could pause and write those down if you felt like it. I don't know if my list was that good. So next, crafting. I'm a big old nerd. Nicole, I don't know if you're watching this, but when you get married, I'm making you that bride or die blanket from Cece's wedding episode from New Girl. So these are just all of the knitting and crochet stuff that I want to work on. So pretty basic. I made that myself, and you can definitely tell the differences between the ones that I made and the ones that I did not. So that is all mission headquarters. Next, we pop on over. This is just a very specific section for my master's program that I'm in right now. So I have a job search tracker. I have the websites that I plan to use for my job search. And then I have a section for my dissertation, which video link in the cards. I did a whole tour of this section. And that is her. And I have a cute little quote. I think is this the last unicorn painting? Do you guys remember that movie? Spooky, creepy, loved it. But the quote I have, there is not such a cradle of democracy upon the earth as the free public library, this republic of glitters where neither rank, office, nor wealth receives the slightest consideration, by Andrew Carnegie. Love that. Then office area. So I've got my YouTube section, my TikTok section. Yes, I do have those both, but you're not going to see any of them because I hate to ruin a surprise. Then I have just other shit. This is for 5 years from now. And then I have a writing section and a networking section, both of which have super secret materials. And then I just don't want to show you business emails, so we're going to avoid those. But I think that's everything. Actually, all put together, took less time than I thought it would. I was expecting to be here for hours upon hours. So hopefully that was helpful to you in some way. I am so proud of this thing. And again, I will link all of the templates that I've used in my description so that you can use them, because the people who do these are just incredible to me, fathomless to me. So again, cannot recommend enough. Jen, cannot wait to see what you do with this, because now that this is open to you, guys, when I tell you that she whipped together in the span of like an hour the most beautiful Notion page, and that took me like 10 hours to even figure out how to open, and she just did it. So I'm very excited to see what she does with all this material. All right. I hope you guys are doing real well. I hope you're staying safe. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Bye.